In this tried and tested in-depth review, we're going to cover OptimizePress 2.0. Now, if you would ask me in 2013 what I thought about OptimizePress 2.0, I would have said it's clunky, it's buggy, and it's difficult to use. Part of the reason is OptimizePress, which is an incredibly popular theme, and it was OptimizePress 1.0, we'll call it, was an incredibly popular theme. Lots of marketers were using it. It's super helpful. And then 2.0 came out, and exactly what I wrote here: clunky, buggy, difficult to use. It was completely unlike 1.0, and it was just slow and bleh. I mean, I actually sent out an email to all of our users saying, listen, this is out. It looks interesting, but I would stay away, at least for a while. Now, this is a year later, and we've been using it. I have to tell you, I love this thing. In fact, I believe it's the best time to give you an objective and in-depth review of what it has to offer, because we use it all the time and we use it a lot. So let's talk about OptimizePress. Now, very first thing, how easy is this to use? In the beginning, it was very difficult. Part of the reason was because it has a really, I don't want to say vicious, but it's a different learning curve. And it's a lot easier to use than other themes because, you don't have to worry about shortcodes and things like that. And it's drag and drop, which is cool, but drag and drop, you still have to learn. You have to learn a completely different way to build pages. In fact, they have what they call the live editor that you build things in, and then they have rows and elements. So I'm actually going to show you exactly what I mean by that, because I think just we'll take advantage of some video here so you can see exactly what we're doing. Okay, now we've logged into the Seriously Simple Marketing blog, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use this. So this is kind of what's cool about OptimizePress. We're going to go into Page Builder. And again, it's unique from WordPress because you're not using the actual page editor. You're using this page builder, right? Which is a built-in sort of OptimizePress thing. But I'm just going to do test pages one, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to do a content template here. And now WordPress has got a ton of different content templates. So we've bought some extra ones here, but you can see all the different stuff that you can build from. These are like starting points, right? So if you're looking for a particular design and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I got a little webinar registration. Let's do that. So you go to the next page. And then from here, it will load up in what they call the live editor. So we talked about rows and elements. This is the way that this works. And I'm going to give you, this is a power user tip. So if you do use OptimizePress already, then you're going to want to pay attention to this. And if you do not use OptimizePress, but you're thinking about getting it, you will find it so much more easier to use when you use this technique. So everything, there's rows, okay? And you can see that we can move rows back and forth. Okay, so I just moved a row. So there's a blue row, a white row, and then this gray row here. So there's a row. You can move rows around. The trick to OptimizePress is as you're building your page, even if you're not changing background colors like this, you want to create with multiple rows. And all you need to do is click add a new row and then choose however you want it to be, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, or one of these little complex layouts down here, feature area, lots of different options. Again, let's just do 2 column for this one. We'll insert that into page. And then you can see here, I've got the row. I'm going to go ahead and put this up to the top. I've got another row there. Now, if you don't use the row, it's no big deal. You can see over here it says show hide controls. I'm going to click this and you can see this is how it's going to look, right? So it still doesn't look bad, but I can come back in here. The cool thing about rows and building multiple rows, so not just one long row. And this is what we started. In the very beginning, we did one long row with a lot of different elements, and elements are these things. So like this is a example of what they call, I believe, a headline element. Yep, see where it says headline. And I'm going to go back a couple of steps here just to show you all these different elements that you can use. So if I wanted to, I could put in a calendar. So this calendar date and time. In fact, you can see that is what is down here. So this is a calendar date and time element. So I can click in this, and you can put in the date and time. So there's lots of different ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and if you wanted to do a divider, a feature block. So I'll show you, you can kind of do things like this, and it builds in all these different icons. So there's lots of different stuff from a design standpoint. You don't have to be a designer. You just have to get really good at understanding rows and elements. And that's really it. But you can see how quick and easy it is to build one of these pages because you can take one of their initial content templates that you've got, and then you can go through and say, okay, well, I'm just going to put in my own copy. So there's lots of really fast ways to save yourself a ton of time from a marketing standpoint without having to worry about hiring a developer to come up with these complex looking, Web 2.0 style pages. So really, really cool stuff. Now, when it comes to flexibility, there is just very, very, very few things that are better than OptimizePress. In fact, I don't know of anything when it comes to being better than OptimizePress. Everything is customizable. You can start with a completely blank template, or just like we showed you just a few seconds ago, you can actually start with a template that's already built out and then just change everything to your own liking. It's got integrations with Aweber, with Infusionsoft, Entreport, all the major email services that are out there and CRMs that are out there. So for our purposes, we use Infusionsoft. So all we do is if we wanted to create an opt-in, we create the opt-in element, and then we choose our opt-in from a drop-down list, and it's pulling all those opt-ins in directly from our Infusionsoft software. So there's no code. We don't have to mess with any code. We just choose the opt-in that we want, and it automatically integrates everything. It's amazing. Plus, it's fully responsive. Every single page is automatically responsive, which means anybody watching it on a smartphone or viewing it on a tablet, they automatically get the responsive version. So it's loading for their particular viewpoint. Nothing looks cut off. So it's a really, really cool theme. There's also great support. I have to say the email support is really good. The only reason we gave a 4 out of 5 stars here, and 5 stars is difficult. We don't want to give 5 stars for everything. We gave it flexibility because flexibility is amazing. You can do CSS. You can do more advanced stuff on OptimizePress if you want to, but it's great because you don't have to, right? But you can. And that's what I like about the flexibility. There's so much to it that we haven't pushed it as far as it can go. And I love that feeling. When it comes to support though, I think that we kind of have, like you've got email support, and the email support is really, really, really good. They're normally back within 24, max of 48 hours if it's a weekend or something. And if we have a problem, we'll normally say like, hey, we're trying to get this done or make it look like this. And they automatically just send us back a bit of code and say, hey, put this bit of code here. It'll automatically do that. And that's how we learned, like, wow, you can really adjust this thing quite a bit. What would be even better is live support. That's the only thing that would just blow us out of the water, because I just personally don't think it's possible for them to support that, because that's a lot of people being on 24/7. But it would really be awesome if they did do that. But the online support is great and the email support is outstanding. So I don't think you're gonna have any problems at all there. When it comes to the value for the money, you can see here we've got the pricing as of at least the recording of this video. They've got various packages based on the number of sites that you have. We did the Pro package, which is the unlimited sites, because we use it for everything. And we just like not being limited. So that's kind of the one we did. But it's a one-time payment. You get unlimited updates. There is a recurring aspect to it if you want to have additional content templates. So if every month they come out with these new templates and different styles and of content and designs, and you can download those if you want. It's like, I don't remember how much it is. It's I think around 17 or 20 bucks, something like that, US. But when you do those, then you always kind of get fresh ideas, whatever the latest styles are. So it's kind of like having a graphic designer who's always in the background coming up with new different templates and styles for you to possibly integrate into your own. We found those to be hit or miss though. So some of them are really cool and we're glad that we have it. And other months we're kind of like we could have skipped this month and been fine. But again, it's not that expensive to do it. So we have it just in case. When it comes to marketing usefulness, that is, how useful is this from a marketing perspective or for an online marketer? Absolutely 5 stars. And again, we don't give out 5 stars very often, but this is one of those tools that is absolutely made for marketers in mind. So if you're in digital marketing, internet marketing, online marketing, you kind of have to have this in your tool chest because it is that good. In fact, some of the top marketers out there use it. People like Chris Farrell, Ryan Lee, James Schramko. Also, Ryan Dice uses it for their funnels over at Digital Marketer. So there's lots and lots of people who are using this that to me says it's pretty credible. So absolutely, if you don't have it, I would absolutely recommend getting this particular theme. And it's a theme, but it's also a plugin. So this goes back to that flexibility portion. If you have an existing theme on your site and you just want to use this for like your sales pages or squeeze pages or webinar registrations or whatever it is, you can actually install OptimizePress as a plugin. They have a plugin version that does the exact same stuff as the theme. So you can create all these pages. So that part I thought was a brilliant move by them. So again, if you don't have it, absolutely get it. For more information about OptimizePress or anything else when it comes to online marketing, just visit us over at SeriouslySimpleMarketing.com. You can leave comments and questions. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.